elaborate. Maybe that trip to Bermuda.
Oh, that ought to be real nice, ma'am. But, Miss Mara from the Attorney General's office is here to see you.
Ah, good. Send her in.
Just some routine commitment papers, Your Honor. I placed them all in order, and I've checked them over carefully. The psychiatric report from Bellevue Hospital is stapled to the back.
Bellevue, huh? Age unknown. An old man, huh?
Very old.
I suppose I should read all this.
You can take my word for it. It's clear-cut consent proceeding. This fellow, he calls himself Kris Kringle. He thinks he's Santa Claus.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Gailey to see you, Your Honor.
What does he want?
He said he's representing a man named Kris Kringle.
Better show him in. Santa Claus? A lawyer?
Right this way, sir.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I believe you've received the papers.
Yes, just a matter of signing consent, it seems. That'll get the old fellow out of harm's way for what's read.
No, if you don't mind, Your Honor, there's been indications that Mr. Kringle's been victimized. So I requested a proper hearing so that I can provide witnesses.
I thought you said this case was clear-cut.
It was, from what I knew. This is the first I've heard of some challenge.
This psychiatric evaluation, Mr. Gailey, there's a clear diagnosis. And in addition to his delusion, it says right here, he became violent. That seems like a clear basis for commitment to me, don't you think?
That's a misrepresentation, Your Honor. That's why I'm here.
I'm thinking about court time. Any expense to the taxpayers, Mr. Gailey?
Your Honor may sign the commitment papers if you wish, but do keep in mind I will submit a right of habeas corpus.
No need for that. We might as well have a competency hearing. Let's see. Next Monday morning, 10 a.m. Is that all right with you?
That's fine, Your Honor. Thank you.
Miss Mara?
Just when I thought I was getting my Christmas vacation cleared. Yes, I'll write it in.
See you on Monday, then.
Have a good day, Finley.
Thank you, ma'am. Same to you. Okay, who do I see about dropping the Kringle commitment case?
Kringle's commitment case has been challenged, Mrs.
Alberta Sawyer.
His certification of insanity is unequivocal. But what do you know? Even Bellevue's word isn't good enough.
Great. This is disastrous. Mr. Macy has demanded that I get his Santa Claus back right away.
Well, I'm sorry, but the hearing is scheduled for next Monday morning.
A hearing. The public. An attorney. Great.
I wouldn't fret too much. This kid Gailey, Kringle's lawyer, he's just some young sport trying to get some publicity.
Publicity. There goes my job, and my Christmas bonus, and pretty much everything I worked for, but it's okay.
Good evening, folks. This is Sydney Stewart on your New York news station, WCYX. Today's top story in New York City is the controversial sanity theory of, you won't believe this, Kris Kringle, also known as, you guessed it, Santa Claus. It seems that Macy's St. Nick says he is the real Santa Claus, and the state of New York wants to live away for saying so. This would result in a lot of disappointed
been your campaign manager for several years now, and we've done a pretty good job keeping you in office, wouldn't you say?
Yes, of course. I'm very grateful to you, Charlie. I like this seat and hope to keep it a while.
That's what I like to hear. Now, remind me again, but we have elections coming up in the spring, correct?
Yes, I'm ready. Is there any problem, Charlie?
You know me, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. Helen, I've been reading the papers of late. There's been a lot of talk in this Greenville case. Here, see for yourself. Now, are you quite serious about having, Santa Claus in your courtroom?
Is there something you'd like me to ask them to bring you for Christmas, Charlie?
No. But I was hoping I could do you a favor. Favor for us both. You know, I've been in politics quite a while now, and I've seen a lot of cases like this. They come and go from time to time. But there's either they make you or they break you. More often than not, they break you. My advice to you, let this one go, Helen. Don't get someone else to handle it. Someone who isn't coming up for re-election so soon.
I can't just drop it. It's all arranged.
Well, by golly, if I haven't been in politics long enough to pull some strings, I'll get you out of this case. But I'm telling you, if you take this and word gets out that you denied Santa Claus, you see it, they'll all think you're a tyrant.
They don't vote.
They may not, but their parents will. And I can guarantee you that any mother or father who has to explain to their kid why Santa Claus went to jail, they're going to vote for the other candidate, not for you.
Not jail. State hospital.
It's the same thing, Helen. It's the same thing.
Hear ye, hear ye. All rise. The New York State Court is now in session. The Honorable Helen X. Harper presiding.
Please be seated. Let us proceed.
Your Honor, as a competency report has already been submitted as evidence, the prosecution wishes to call its first witness, Mr. Chris Creed.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Could you please state your name for the record?
Chris Creed.
Where do you live?
I believe that's what this hearing is to determine.
A very sound answer, Mr. Kringle.
Mr. Kringle, do you in fact believe that you are the one and only Santa Claus?
Of course.
The state rests its case, Your Honor.
Young man, I believe he was employed to play the role of Santa Claus. Perhaps he didn't understand the question. Would you like to cross-examine?
I understood that.
In view of the witness's statement, would you still like to enter a defense, young man?
I do, Your Honor. I'm fully aware that this this man believed himself to be Santa Claus. In fact, that is the entire basis of the case against him. The state declares that Kris Kringle is not sane, simply because he believed himself to be Santa Claus.
And I believe that to be a very logical premise for such a declaration, Mr. Gailey.
It would be, Your Honor, if you, or I, Miss Mara here, believed in such a thing.
Anyone that thinks that he is Santa Claus is out of touch with reality.
Not necessarily. You see, Your Honor, you believe yourself to be Judge Harper, and no one questions your sanity because you are Judge Harper.
I know all about myself, young man. I believe Mr. Kringle is the subject of this hearing.
I was only making a point, Your Honor.
And your point is?
I intend to prove that if someone is who he or she says they are, then they're just as sane as anyone in this courtroom.
Of course, but he isn't.
Oh, but he is.
Is what?
I intend to prove that Mr. Kris Kringle is Santa Claus.
Court will be adjourned until tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
I know. Well, I thought I'd tell you again. Chill out, chill out.
I've heard that you've been picked a friend, and I'm worried. You seem to be fighting a hopeless battle.
Actually, rather common. All the publicity seems to be working for us. Public sympathy is obviously behind Kris. I think you have a good shot.
What about the law firm? What will they say about you taking on this case?
Well, actually, the senior partner, well, Payslip called me this morning.
We're an old, established firm with great prestige and dignity, Mr. Gailey. We're not in the business of proof that some old crank is actually Santa Claus.
In other words, unless I drop the case, you'll drop it.
Well, we'll have to drop it then, won't you?
Can't let a client down. You wouldn't want me to walk out on Kris, would you?
Fred, I care about you a lot, and I admire you for taking this on, but I don't want to see you lose your job over all of this.
It's true. I might.
That would be irresponsible. And people have to be realistic. I've certainly learned that. You can't lose your job on some sentimental whim, Fred.
It's more than a whim, Doris.
Stop dreaming.
There's something very beautiful and compelling about that old man. Representing Kris is the right thing to do. I won't let him down. I'm a darn good lawyer too, Doris. Come on, have faith in me.
I do, but it's not a matter of having faith. You are bound to lose this case.
Doris, faith is believing in things when common sense tells you not to. Your problem is you've got too much common sense.
Well, it is a good thing one of us has. It is quite an asset sometimes.
Can't you just quit being afraid? Can't you just let go? Let yourself believe in people? People like Kris and love and laughter and all the other intangibles?
You can't pay rent with the intangibles.
And you can't live a life without them. At least I can't. I thought me and Kris had broken through your armor. I thought you were ready to be more open-minded and open-hearted. guess that settles it. We don't have many ideas or thoughts in common, do we?
Suppose not.
So that's it.
You know, with all my common sense, I thought it was going to work out this time.
So did I.
Goodbye.
As my first witness, I call R.H. Mason to the stand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you